Yo, it's good. Remember when those flavor time?
What up, bro? I'll be right back. Yo, what's good, guys? All right, I'm back. And I'm thirsty as hell. Good thing I got some water up here. Yo, so when I was in South Carolina last weekend, I let my little nephew hear some of my beats. Yo, my man texted me last night, was like, yo, Unc, send me some beats, man. So I sent him like 6 beats. See if he can do something with them. Yo, Puff, tell me this, man. If I ain't mistaken, in South Carolina, you don't have you don't have to have um, admissions and inspection stickers, do you? You have to get your vehicle inspected yearly. That's what took me so long to get on this afternoon. I had my inspection stickers run out at the end of the month, so I had to go get new stickers put on. And my mechanic told me I'm gonna need new brakes, new brake pads in a little while, and something else. Probably 2 front tires. Emissions, yeah. That's what I was thinking. But my mechanic, yo, I've had the same mechanic since I moved up here, bro. Since I moved up here in 2012, had the same mechanic, bro. A motherfucker keep my car. You know, I just buy old used cars anyway. So you buy like I buy, you better have a good mechanic. I needed new brakes and tires a year ago. Damn. But my man, I get the last time I got brakes, they he doing a new thing where it's lifetime on the parts. So all you gotta do is pay for the labor, you know what I'm saying? But I don't gotta pay for actual parts for brakes no more for my truck or the Lexus. So when I do take it in, it's just they handle all I mean, it's just not unless the calibers go bad, but the just swapping out the pads, they pay for all that shit now. That shit was $50 something, and it's not a lot, but still, just like I hate paying that shit, yo. And motherfucker, if you get pulled over for anything, if it's a brake light or failure to come to a complete stop at a stop sign, anything, if you do anything and they pull you over, that'd be the first thing they come up and check. They walk around to the front, look at them stickers, make sure your fucking inspections and everything up to date. Yeah, bro, same mechanic. And like, they really good people. His family, like his father, I don't know if his grandfather was a mechanic or not, but his father started the business, and he's older than I am. He's like in his early 50s, mid 50s, and so now he's been running it ever since I've known him, you know. And he got he had all daughters. He got 3 daughters, but he got some nephews and everything. He got one of his nephews working in there now, so. Just a good family business, and they honest people. They gonna charge you the least for any. You can't go nowhere else to find the work cheaper, and it's good work. But AC repair ain't no joke. That's the truth. The AC in the truck don't work, and I'm not getting it fixed for that reason. My man told me, he was like, yo, this is a $2,000 problem. I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. I'll roll the windows down. I'm not about to put $2,000 into an AC. A new AC compressor. He was like, bro, for this shit, you gotta take the whole dashboard off to get to this bitch, bro. He's like, it is what it is. To get to that shit, man, you gotta go under the hood and take the whole dash out. And I'm like, nah. But the thing too, he was surprised as hell. Like when they looked at the record from last year, they was like, "Bro, you barely drove this shit 1,000 miles since last year." I was like, "I'll be whipping that Lexus, boy." I say the truck. That's just when I got to move art, and that's really it. When if I got to move a whole bunch of art, if I got to move just like 1 to 2 little pieces of art, I throw that shit in the backseat of the Lexus. I'm out. But like. For my museum exhibit and the exhibit I got going on now, and a couple other ones like all that shit won't fit in the car. So I need the truck to transport the art. I got a show coming up in December. I might have to rent a U-Haul van or something because this place is so big. It's so big. Boy, I might have to show every fucking painting I got. Boy, I might have to put every goddamn painting in that bitch, bro. That bitch big as hell. I ain't lying to you, man. It's kind of daunting, the size of this gallery. But I'm gonna make it, I'll make it do what it do. I got till December. That's why I need to paint more. 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 You know what? I would do like I would do like a quick Instagram live while I'm right here too. Maybe. Let's see if I want another Lexus if I'm looking for a car and one comes my way at a good price, I'm scooping it. What you driving now, bro? A Mazda Miata? A Toyota Tercel? Or you got one of them Imprezas? The Mitsubishi Impreza.
Stop. Fucking intro. Citizens rise. This ain't for the ignorant mind. Look at his eyes. Full of pain, a victim inside. But shedding the tear, feeling your fears. Isn't that vibes? Yet the suicide rate among men is still a surprise. If you cry because you said you ain't no bitch. You a bitch if you let it eat you up to the point that get lethal. And cause you let it build up, you done took it out on your people. Especially ones that treat you with love. Look, it's okay to be vulnerable. Cause you owe it to you. I know you don't know what to do. But you know that's the truth. I know you can't focus and that you coping by smoking your blues. I know you posting pics on your socials and hope they a fool. Trust me, them demons you fighting, we know they hoping you lose. You gotta open record, these things called feelings. And go through your moves. To be a real man, you don't need no one to prove. Fuck who told this to you, cause boys do cry.
All of you reading you in the flow, it's because you don't let it out.
Boys do cry.
Right. That's how you do this. Every last one of you
Boys do cry.
has the same issue. In this.
Imagine if we all just switched back to cursive and stick shifts, we would cripple an entire generation.
Alright, I got stuck fast as hell on that shit. The Cadillac STS. Them shits are nice. I really do like the body on those cars, bro. That's that shit they had debuted in that last Matrix movie. They had them Cadillacs in there. No, come on, camera. Alright, I gotta shift some stuff real quick. Then let me, if I do this. Alright. Yo, what's good? What's good? My bad. I'm trying to get the cameras squared away. I'm doing a dual stream. I'm actually live on Instagram. Yo, it's Rezzy, yo. Zam. Yo, this one camera, yo, the phone camera will not stay still. All right, that's good right there. So. Yo, back in the studio doing the same old thing all over again. You know, back like I never left. I'm trying to get this underpainting filled in. This will be the next installment to my reader series. Fortunately or unfortunately, however you want to look at it, I'll be taking a break from that series for a while. I think I've really pushed it pretty hard. I feel like I've gotten my point across with you know, years and years of working on this. And so I'm gonna add 2 more pieces. This one and my next painting will be a part of the reader series, and then after that I'm gonna shift gears for a while and go back to doing some other stuff. Once again, I keep like ideas just in a little box, just waiting for the right time. But I have really enjoyed this reader series. I think it's a very clever way to help to help guide people towards literature they may not have been aware of, or authors they may not have been aware of, different content, different perspectives and points of view. The reader series has been a very useful conversation starter, a very good educational tool as far as a piece of art can be. And like I said, I'm really proud of what I've been able to accomplish with this series. And after working on it for so many years, I think there's probably I think there's probably 17 pieces in the reader series now. Oh, okay, the STS. Okay, it's the sedan. I got you. I know what you're talking about now. But yeah, so the reader series has been very popular, and I've really enjoyed working on this series for the past couple of years. And this is definitely my flagship body of work. I'm almost certain that I will revisit this series at some later point in the future if I'm fortunate enough to have the time to come back to it. But like I say, after about 7 years and about 16 pieces that have been incorporated to this series, I've not saying that I've burnt out the idea, not saying that I'm burnt out on the idea. I'm just saying that I think that I have expressed the idea well enough that I've gotten my point across. So, so there. You guys want to know some shit? Yo, look at the reader series. Figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I got so many pieces to it. Like if you can't get the message by now, then I don't know what else. I don't know what else I can do for you. I don't know what else to tell you. So I feel like it's not completely exhausted, but it's reached somewhat of a critical mass where I say the message is there. Piece after piece after piece after piece after piece. Like I say, 17 pieces. So enjoy it, soak it up, continue to go over it and try to learn from it. And I hope people just can grow with the series. But for the next at least 2 or 3 years, I'm definitely gonna like step away from that and try to bring to life some other ideas and concepts that I've been working on. Some after like if you go through my catalog now, some of my earlier stuff, which a lot of my earlier stuff I have deleted from social media and I don't really share it anymore because it's just terrible work. But like some of my earlier ideas and concepts I thought were really fun, but they were definitely out of the box and kind of off the beaten path of, you know, quote unquote mainstream art or more traditional gallery art. But after like really being in the environment for several years and seeing what people are producing, I feel like I can do different stuff now and still maintain the same level of respect as you know, a professional artist and someone who would be considered to be taken seriously as an artist. And so since I'm at that point, I think that I can do like some more weird type stuff or not mainstream type stuff. Even though I try not to make my art mainstream anyway, but just like say some stuff that I've always wanted to do for a while now. So in the next coming years, we will see like um, some really different type stuff coming out the studio. Yo, what's good, everybody? What's up? So for those who are just joining or who just came in, yo, appreciate it. Yo, Casey, all you gotta do is hit me up. I already told you, bro. I need you to model for me too, man. Cause I'm working on like this is one of my next series that I'm gonna dive into for a little while. Is the Whisper series. So I'm looking for couples to do a couple more of these because these are just really fun. Just like I don't know, they're just fun, cool ass paintings. It's a really cool idea, I think. You know, I think it's a cool idea, and I've never really seen anyone else do something like this, where it's an open-ended narrative. So as you look at the piece, you're wondering and questioning to yourself like, what the fuck is he saying to her? And that's the whole idea. Is just like for you to like make up your own story of what the conversation is, because I don't even know what was said. And every time I photograph a Whisper piece, they're like, so what you want me to do? I'm like, whisper something. Like, whisper what? I don't fucking care. I don't know. I don't want to know. Whisper anything. Just say something. You know, and it always turns into like some funny laugh or a silly grin or something. And like I say, since I don't know what's said, I get to play a part too. So I always just kind of make up my own little narrative of what was being said, or what were they looking at that made him say something to her, or you know, like you can even come up with the scenario or the situation of like where they're at or what they're doing. But I want to do a few more of those and work on that for a while, and then I'm gonna do some alien shit. You know, I'm not even lying, man. Just do some alien shit. But this piece right here, is going to be for the reader. The subject of this book is The Sum of Us by Heather McGhee. Yeah, bro, you are the model, man. Tell me, you need a model? Yes, sir, you. And then, yo, Ben, what up? There's the prep for the next canvas, which is, I don't know if I should be showing all this secret shit coming up. Man, look at this right here, bro. This right here gonna be so fire for the reader series. And see, this is, I'm gonna step away for a while, but when I come back to the reader series in a few years, I want to do more people in the shots. Like, I love this scene so much. And then you got Jawanza Kenjufu's counteracting the conspiracy to destroy black boys. Very powerful book. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the daughter reading Mufaro's Beautiful Daughters. An African Tale. So, for right now, I think these are going to be the last two for the reader series for a while. Because I think this is going to put it at like, hold on, I'm trying to think now. Will this be 17? I swear, like, if I do these two paintings, yo, it'll be 17 pieces in that one series. That's a lot. Alright, yeah, bro, do that. Because the weather's nice. We finally starting to get good weather. We got sunny. We got nice, sunny, bright days, bro. This is perfect photograph season, bro. I've been waiting for the weather to get nice like this. Take me some good photographs of my people. Make some more motherfucking masterpieces. Some more masterpieces. Alright, what we doing here? I took this in front of City Hall, or no, is that the courthouse? I don't know. It's the square in Scranton. This is where I photographed this at. Something I learned a couple years ago too. Always photograph your own shit. I'm trying to get better at it. And some of my photos lately have been coming out pretty good, I must admit. After fucking years of trying to figure out the same damn camera. But, yo, MJ One A Day. I seen that coffee book you put out, bro. Congratulations, man. That shit look nice, bro. Official. That shit look official. That part where trying to take the damn pictures. I'm telling you, man. Being an artist, you got to know, even if you just in one craft, you got to know a little bit about something else, man. Cause them shits be overlapping each other. Or you want to be a photographer? Well, you got to know how to develop film. And developing film is not taking a picture. That's a whole different process. Or you got to, damn, I sound old as shit. Now you got to at least know how to fucking take a photograph in RAW and then put that shit on whatever program you use, Adobe or whatever, Lightroom or Lightbox, and edit that shit through that. So now you got to be a fucking IT tech that know how to fucking edit your damn pictures. Like, you just can't know one part, bro. And it's the weirdest thing. Oh, I love the paint, but now I gotta know goddamn photography. What the hell? I don't know how to adjust the shutter speed. My shit always overexposed for some reason. And I don't like that. But I be practicing. I still practice with my camera. I got an old ass Canon. It still works pretty good, but no lie, yo, I'm not gonna lie, honestly. I think I took this picture right here with my cell phone, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I think I took this with my phone. It's all good though. I did use the camera. Yo, what's up, guys? I had used the camera, but I think this picture did come from the phone, yo. And that's the thing, phone ain't even a phone no more. That's why they just say a smart device. Cause that shit, motherfuckers do way more shit on their phone than call people now. You don't hardly call people no more. Everybody just text and send a couple emojis. Like I fucking know what that means. Alright. Yo, I'm telling you, the shadows on this piece right here are gonna be fucking popping. So we're laying down the underpainting. So I'm just really trying to block in the deep areas, just trying to get a feel for how the light is gonna really lay down. So you tone your canvas, which is this brown, and then you do a really dark blocking in, let that dry, and then come back and start a second layer where you actually start really defining the tones that you want to use for the skin, and start slowly adding your details. And it's a process, and I normally do at least 3 to 4 layers to get that kind of depth quality to it. And in order to stay consistent in the studio, I normally have more than one painting going at a time, because sometimes the oils do have that dry period where you need to just let it rest for a while, and in that time you can just work on something else. So normally I'll try to start like 2 or 3 pieces at a time and just kind of keep them in rotation. But I've been kind of busy for the past couple of weeks, so I haven't even been able to get all the way through with this underpainting here to even start the next one. But before I start actually layering this piece, after I finish this first layer, the underpainting, I'll finish the underpainting on my next canvas and then come back to this one, and so that they're kind of stagnated in that way, so that, like I say, you always have a painting in progress. So even when I finish this piece, my next piece will already be on like phase 2. And so I only have 2 canvases now, but I'm getting some ideas ready to start prepping my next canvas. Like I said, it's going to be another a very long series that I'm going to do about some aliens. And I think it's going to be pretty funny, because everybody likes aliens, right? Yo, hey, trying to wave at everybody. I ain't enjoyed the photography class. I just enjoyed the picture part. I know that's right, bro. That's why I failed art in high school, yo. I did not pass art because I couldn't take a fucking art test, man. Man, screw all them dates and different periods, and I couldn't remember no artist name. Gauguin and Van Gogh and goddamn Monet and Cezanne. I don't care about none of that shit, man. And what years they lived, and the French Renaissance and all that. Like, look, man, just let me paint and draw some shit. Save all the dates, man. Save all the dates. My art teacher, like, I had the same art teacher for middle school and high school, and I never failed until I got like in 11th grade. But like when she did had to fail me that one time, because that shit was getting like, I was in like advanced art, and that shit was like mostly art history. And she was all like, she pulled me to the side. She was like, Travis, I can't believe I have to fail you. I was like, what? She's like, you're not passing. I gotta give you a failing grade for this semester. I'm like, word? She's like, you're not passing any of the tests, Travis. Why aren't you studying for the test? I'm like, yo, come on now. You already know me. I say, I was her student in middle school. She already know I don't like that shit. But anyway, now I'm very interested in art history and trying to learn about, the different techniques and styles and how they developed and evolved over time and who stole from who and who uses who because a lot of my techniques I have picked up from other artists who've been around for a long time. I started looking at their shit and I'm like, okay, now I see why you do that like you did that because that shit right there look hot like that right there. I gotta incorporate that shit into my shit now. Okay, all right. But I ain't want to listen back then, which is probably good too. You know what I'm saying? And then I was about to go to art school, man. And a couple of my homies who got some degrees, they already told me like, bro, don't do that shit. They was like, bro. They was like, bro, don't do it. You don't need no damn degree, man. All right. But I do want to like teach one day. I know I'm gonna have to do something, man. Somebody should just give me an honorary degree. Just enough so I can be able to teach somewhere. 'Cause teaching art hella different from teaching any other thing. Yeah, we did a little bit of photography too. And I did like that shit. That shit was fun. Even like developing the film. And like I went to like a little ritzy ass high school. Yo, they had all that shit. We had a dark room right in our art studio. We had fucking archery at our school and in gym. Like you can sign up for archery classes. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. About to be goddamn Robin Hood out this bitch. But we ain't had no sports teams though. No sports teams, which was fine with me because I don't play sports. I'm definitely not an athlete at all. I am clumsy as hell, and I'm not very fast. That's why I like sitting down when I do this. Call me lazy if you want, but hey, I'm trying to get to this shadow part so I can. It's gonna come down about here. Then we're gonna need well. Yo, homeboy, was good, bro. Yo, MJ, what school you went to, man?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's good, bro?
Hey, what's good, man? Nah, you asked me the questions. So I'm thinking let me go on the line and let me talk to you real quick. I'm at work right now, but yeah, I went to Pratt Institute.
Okay.
So it's this well known I don't know. Well, I'm gonna say well known. So I don't know if it's known nationwide, but it's considered one of the best art schools they can go to. So it's located. The main campus is located in Brooklyn. There's another building up in the how can I put it, the Greenwich Village area of Manhattan. So I went there first for my associate's degree, and then I went to for my bachelor's. I went to
Oh, you're breaking up a little bit. Oh man, they got you on stuck, bro. Can y'all still hear me? I'm still Gucci. Oh. Yo, my man. I don't even know how to get him up. What the hell? Nope, that ain't it. Well, that's weird having his last screenshot stuck on there. I might just close the screen out. But yo, thanks for chilling in here. I don't know, my man said he was at work, man. His work Wi-Fi ain't strong enough to do this. But anyway, yo, I'm about to get back to the work, and catch y'all next time. Peace. Yo, what up? Yo, what up? What up? Yo, my man was good, bro.
A legend on this show, famous for his unbelievable stand-up and roasting abilities. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the one and only David Lucas, everybody.
Yo, David
Here
Lucas and
we
Tony,
go.
what is his name? Hinchcliffe. Yo, these motherfuckers don't roast each other more than anybody else in the world, yo.
We live in crazy times. Women can cut off their titties and be considered brave, heroic, or resilient. If I cut off my titties, I'm just a lazy fat fuck. You know, they're like, you can't leave the bread alone, motherfucker. Like everything is trying to push the agenda to make niggas gay. You know what I'm saying? Even biology, for real, man. Like, that a man's G-spot is in his ass. If that's the case, why have I never nutted when I was constipated? That's all I want to know.
Damn.
Why when I fart, I don't get a hard dick? I just want to know. Niggas ain't about to trick me into being gay. That's all I know, man. I got an 8-year-old and a 3-year-old daughter. My 8-year-old, she's retarded as fuck, man. The other day, she gonna ask me, Daddy, were you sad when you were a slave? I'm like,
what the fuck? What the fuck?
I was born in 1990. Ask your grandma that bullshit. What the fuck is... All right, man. Thank y'all.
Yeah. I was born in 1990.
That's hilarious.
Fantastic.
I feel so old, yo.
See, what's that shit called? Yellowstone got some non-binary niggas on it now, boy. The way
are you making
yo,
fun
Sketch, what's up, bro?
Dress, boy, you be one of fucking spraying the cow in his asshole, nigga, like.
And it looks like I found the cow. Yellowstone meets fucking Round Rock over here.
Hey, you got a viral video on YouTube, nigga. You stuck your thumb up a pit bull's ass and stop him from attacking.
What? For a second there, I felt like that was true. I'm like, where's this video?
No, if y'all see that video, this nigga is in the middle of a dog fight and he stuck his finger on this dog's ass and the dog stopped biting, nigga. I was like, that's Tony like a motherfucker.
That's
boy.
me. That's me. Here, boy.
Tony, y'all got so many motherfuckers on this stage, it look like a white Wu-Tang concert. Man.
What the fuck? This fucking
The
stupid.
fuck y'all got all these niggas on stage for, bro? I ain't never seen white people congregate like this, nigga. Unless they had hoods on with a burning cross.
Yeah.
I guess we need a bigger stage. I said bigger. I said bigger.
Yeah.
Jeremiah, nigga. This motherfucker look like a creation from the army, like the ultimate soldier, nigga. Like he can't be shot with regular bullets.
What the fuck?
You can only kill him in his right leg, nigga.
You have another version of me up here. I don't know if you know that. That's another Tony Henry.
That nigga look like a Puerto Rican Pee Wee Herman. Boy, your ass out of here. Your ass is out of here with that bullshit, nigga. Your motherfucker got a Oompa Loompa wig on, nigga.
What the fuck?
I don't like that look of this. Turn your mic on, nigga. Turn the mic on. Boy, let this, yeah.
We gotta keep that mic on,
Yeah,
whatever we have to do.
I would ask you to turn around and face me, but it'll take 5 minutes.
Oh, shit.
I ain't even gonna respond to Jeremiah. That's why my back to that nigga, bro. This is disrespectful as a motherfucker. I got my back to Jeremiah like that.
Hey, David, if
Who
you were
said that?
if you were a slave, you'd pick cotton candy.
Damn. Damn.
That's a good one,
Oh
Nate.
my God!
Good one.
This nigga look like a grown-up Elian Gonzalez, boy. Shut your dumb.
Yeah, when I was in that inner tube, I thought I saw an okra whale.
Stop, just stop, bro. You doing
I heard David.
that fucking triple booster to live in LA got your ass whack as fuck, nigga.
I heard David Lucas didn't talk to Michael Lehrer in the last days of his life because he never met a vegetable that he liked.
See what I'm saying, nigga? Go get another booster and try again, nigga. This motherfucker. They still gotta wear masks in LA, nigga. This nigga.
Keep it going for bomb punches.
See what I'm saying? These LA niggas ain't worth the fuck no more. Look at this nigga.
David
This nigga look like a newborn albino squirrel, boy. Your ass.
What?
Don't that nigga look.
What do you think about that new red band over there?
A newborn albino squirrel. What the hell? Oh, now my shit buffering. That's how they
What do
want
you
to do
think
me.
about the...
This the red band that do eat pussy.
David motherfucking Lucas out here absolutely crushing it in a backwards pink hat. Fucking new jokes every single week. Crisp delivery.
Hey man, make sure y'all check me out. I'm in Naples this week at Off the Hook, and I'm at Size Splitters in Tampa. Fuck with your boy, yeah.
Hell yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, there he goes. David Lucas. Doing sold out shows all around the world. Killing it.
That first time you take a step back
I made that.
with your very own online store,
I sold that.
and you can manage it all in one place.
I built this.
And it was easy with a partner that puts you first. GoDaddy.
My question is regarding the economy. Over the past 2 years, we have seen the prices for everything skyrocket. From food to gas to utilities and insurance costs, many people's bills are up several $100s a month, including mine. If elected president again, what is the first thing you would do to help bring down the cost to make things more affordable?
Drill, baby, drill.
That was pretty good. Consummate politician. Clear answer.
Wow.
No, so that's not a political answer. They advise
practical.
They
That's a
advise you to
practical.
not say those things.
Right,
They
that's
go,
a practical.
Just answer with a non-answer.
That's a truthful, practical answer.
Hello, President Trump.
What
Thank you so
answer,
much for
right,
coming.
Thank you.
The current administration has made it clear
All right,
that we should
watched that.
continue.
Conspiracy theorists, as you know, questioning Albert Bourla, CEO of Pfizer. Or Anthony Fauci, former head of everything important, is basically an attack on science itself. So, if there were a test that could have revealed that many of the laws and measures that were undertaken during the pandemic were unnecessary and the CDC ignored that test, then that would be what? Unscientific? It
You sent me a
depends on
list?
What they say it is.
I ain't got no list from
You
you,
bloody
Puff.
conspiracy theorist. You remember Albert Bourla saying that RFK, in questioning certain medications, is questioning science itself. And Albert Bourla, by coincidence, made a bunch of money from certain medications. Read his great book, Moonshot. He's such a hero. Anthony Fauci essentially said in a weird Judge Dredd way, I am science. They collapse their individual identity into dogmas, into doctrines, into ideals, so that you can't question them. Oh, why are you still going on about the pandemic? It was just a massive wealth transfer. It just made children stupider. It just made the powerful billionaires more powerful. It just gave the government more power. Why are you going on about it? We got new things to think about now. It's a little thing called freedom, baby. Let's remind ourselves what these smug dictators were telling us just a matter of months ago and try to remember this is the world you're still living in. This is the price you're still paying. When you walk down a high street and you see businesses closed, when you see education standards falling, think how relevant it is then.
What is your level of concern that we're going to discredit public health officials to the point of, look at Russia.
I see you're looking at them and I raise you proxy war with them. And also we can say that they even caused Donald Trump. That's not going to work for long.
They actually have a good vaccine, and none of their citizens will take it because they don't trust their own government.
It's very dangerous, Chuck, because a lot of what you're seeing as attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science.
Oh, you are the embodiment of science, are you? What a scientific thing to say. That an entire dogma would be embodied in an individual. That would sound the sort of thing that would come out of the mouth of Einstein or Heisenberg or Isaac Newton. They were always generalizing and coming up with stuff that seemed dogmatic and propagandist, weren't they? That's what we love about those guys, right? Let's see what the private sector's got to say in the figure of Albert Bourla.
What needs to be done to counter this wider assault on vaccines?
I think it's a very difficult situation, and I would say, unfortunately, it's not an assault on vaccines, it's on science.
Yes, on science, exactly, Galileo. Some of this, though, will become more difficult to accept if we were to learn that there was a test developed during the pandemic that would reveal that asymptomatic people were much less likely of transmitting the virus. Because then there'll be no need for everyone to wear masks, right? There'll be no need for social distancing. There'll be no need for all of that surveillance, all those regulations, all of those laws, all of those sales. And then your whole argument would start to look like, God, I spoke like propaganda and lies, if that were true. So let's learn about this test and its potential repression, or at least the fact that it was ignored, so we can inform ourselves further. In spring 2020, the public was bombarded with a message that would soon permanently embed itself into the national consciousness. People without COVID symptoms could unknowingly be infected and, more importantly, transmit the virus to others. You remember that, right? We all remember that. Oh, the thing about this virus is you might not know you have it, but then you could give it to like a grandmother or something like that and kill them. So that's why you should do X, Y, Z. Even though we now know, I believe it's possible to say this on YouTube, that they didn't test on transmissions at Pfizer. This was the justification given by Anthony Fauci, or as I call him, science itself, in the first week of April 2020 for his 180 on community mask recommendations. A lot of people who were asymptomatic were spreading infection, he said, so everyone should wear a mask. Yeah, simple as that. A chorus of public health professionals, including Scott Gottlieb, the former commissioner of the FDA, made the same argument, as did the CDC. CDC. The spectre of asymptomatic transmission undergirded not just policies on masks, but on distancing and quarantines as well. A lot of things went on in that 3-year period. We learned that people could be told what to do, people could be told to stay in their house, people could be told to ignore the most sort of primal ceremonial duties in life, weddings, births, funerals, or in order to serve an even higher principle, protect one another, look after the sanctity of life. And if indeed that's what we were doing, what could be more noble than that? And this willingness to come together in pursuit of a noble cause is the one thing that may yet save us. The entire apparatus of our pandemic response, which most consequentially kept millions of healthy children out of full-time school for more than a year, was based on this notion. Now, a paper from researchers at Stanford University School of Conspiracy Theories and Stuff David Icke made up, of medicine and Stanford hospitals, raises an extraordinary prospect. Transmission from asymptomatic people is far less common than we were led to believe. From a special test they developed, the researchers found a remarkable 96% of people who were PCR positive but without symptoms were not infectious. 96% of people who were asymptomatic, or another way of saying that would be, nearly all of them. Most people who don't have symptoms, of course, are not infected. So the likelihood of someone who is not noticeably sick actually being infected and infectious was exceedingly rare. Negligible. Not something where you would, for example, make everyone in the world wear masks, make everyone in the world stay inside their house. Now, I know it's hard for some of you to hear this. I know it's gratifying for others. I know some of you are like, I knew I was right. When other people, it's like, God. This means that much of the actions we were told or compelled to take, including an acceptance of all those closed or half-empty schools, had little to no benefit. All of those lockdowns, all of the things your kids went through, all of the mental health suffering, all of the failure of small businesses was a waste of time. Worse still, the novel test at Stanford that showed a very low rate of infectious asymptomatic people who had tested positive was available as early as May 2020. Yet the CDC and other health authorities did nothing. And all the while they were doing that, by the way, they were saying science, follow the science. That's not very scientific, is it? Interesting that they didn't grip hold of that test and celebrate it. Why wouldn't that be? Let me know in the chat. Despite the narrative, the idea that substantial portions of infections were acquired from people without symptoms never had a strong evidence base. I remember listening to that on the radio and seeing it on TV. Just because you don't have symptoms doesn't mean you can't spread the virus. Never had a strong evidence base. In June 2020, Dr. Maria van Kerkhove, head of the World Health Organization's Emerging Diseases and Zoonosis Unit, said that transmission from asymptomatic people was very rare. So just a month later, the World Health Organization said it's rare. There was a test available a month earlier than that proved it, and the WHO said it. Strange. This conclusion was based on a number of countries doing very detailed contact tracing, she said. Oh yeah, because remember they made us all put stuff on our phones so that they could capture our data and observe us. But it was only for the pandemic, right? Because, it couldn't be for any other reason. It was just because even asymptomatic people could be spreading the virus. Oh no, that's not true, is it? No, it's just to make sure that you've taken the medications because the medications help prevent transmission. Oh, that's not true, is it? So then why did we have to do all that stuff? Could there be any other motivation? The next day, after criticism from some health professionals, WHO officials walked back her statement, and Van Kerkhove said it was a complex question. Since yesterday, I've realised that it's a complex question. Authors of an editorial reviewing the evidence of asymptomatic transmission published in BMJ in December 2020 said, searching for people who are asymptomatic yet infectious is like searching for needles that appear and reappear transiently in haystacks. It's already hard to look for a needle in a haystack. Whoa, God, oh my God, it's wave, it's a particle. Ah, follow the science. Follow the needle. What a haystack. Some views went in the other direction. The following month, a paper in JAMA Network Open suggested that more than half of all transmission came from infected people without symptoms. Naturally, this finding, which supported the health authorities' messaging and justified various community interventions, was covered everywhere, from CNN to PBS to NBC to Fox. So one study they ignore, and another study they really cover and pay attention to. Almost as if the mainstream media is presenting you some information and denying you other information. Yet this conclusion was based on mathematical models, which are based on numerous assumptions and subjective choices by the researchers, which is to say in layman's terms, is a guesstimate. They ignored the one that was based on empirical research and evidence. They highlighted the maths one.
Oh, I reckon that maybe if we carry the one, carry the while, but there, then if we were to extrapolate
translate that naturally, then everyone should do what the government says, and I suppose a side effect of this will be that Moderna and Pfizer and a lot of those guys probably benefit, but let's forget about all that for a while. Get in your house and put a mask on. Just to check, who are our sponsors on the show?
You've already said their names.
Oh, great. Should I say it again? Yeah, why not? Pfizer. Well, if you're going to do stuff like this, you're going to need allies, you're going to need sponsors, you're going to need supporters, and by Jove, we have them. Here's me doing a little advert. I'm going to try and make it entertaining. Stay to the end if you would. We are in the age of big data. What does that mean? It means that we've been spied on and turned into zeros and ones rather than chromosomes and a limitless spirit. I need to tell you that you can fight back against the shady, evil, sinister forces who are busy sourcing and indexing your personal information or bothering you with robotic-sounding phone calls. Tea or coffee? Do you want a holiday? Thanks to Incogni, you can stick it to those unscrupulous data brokers who have got nothing better to do than archive information like your date of birth, phone number, IP address, dimensions of your genitals, shopping habits, and God knows what else. That's because those good people at Incogni can delete your personal information and ensure that those data brokers can't source your details ever again. It's a bit of a relief to feel that, actually. I don't want them having my information. Create an account with Incogni using my link in the description below, it's just there, and tell them whose personal data you'd like to remove. Grant them the right to work on your behalf to remove your data from the broker's databases, and then relax and wait for notifications from all the brokers and email lists you've been removed from. You'll be astonished to see. And there's even more good news, because the first 100 people that go to my link, incogni.com/brand, will receive 60% off. Let's go and see now what that other version of me is doing, and if he's indeed stuck with this hat choice. In short, plenty of studies have demonstrated that indeed people without symptoms can transmit to others. That's never been a mystery. The question has never been, can people without symptoms transmit SARS-CoV-2, but rather to what extent this occurs in the general population. So that's a significant question. If it's 100% of asymptomatic people, then obviously there's legitimacy behind measures such as double mask, keep apart, stay in your house in an unprecedented fashion.
And there we go with the buffer. I kind of fucked that up a little bit, because actually this right now needs to be like that. Yeah. Alright, so let me do this. Yo, my YouTube buffering like a bitch right now. Come on, YouTube. Goddamn. Russell Brand was just about to get deep in that shit, man. Yo, Russell be telling the truth, though, man. This whole shit is fucking rigged, man. Everything's set up.
4%, then we have to have a different conversation, don't we? About the various competing interests: mental health, small businesses, general fitness, liberty, freedom. All of those things are back on the table. The Stanford test does not answer that question specifically, but it tells us something related that's more important. How likely is it for someone who has COVID but doesn't have symptoms to be infectious? Most everyone has heard of the standard PCR test, which detects whether someone has the virus, but it cannot detect whether the person is capable of infecting others. In May 2020, the Stanford researchers created a specific PCR test that could do this, the minor strand test. A pretty significant breakthrough, one might imagine, in a world that was dealing with something so seismic and traumatic. The purpose of the test, Dr. Benjamin Pinsky, one of the authors of the original paper on the test, explained, was to help clinicians in the hospital accurately find out if patients were infectious or not. Yeah, I get it. Hospitals were delaying procedures and delaying treatments such as chemotherapy and implementing various infection control measures unnecessarily on patients who tested positive on a regular PCR test but who were not infectious. We all went through that, right? Oh, there's nothing wrong with me. Oh, I can't do X, Y, Z. Well, imagine instead of like going to an event or whatever, it was going to get chemotherapy. That test would be pretty significant, I would argue. Let me know in the chat. The minor strand test gave a definitive answer one way or the other. To be clear about the importance of all this, as early as May and June 2020, a test existed that, if it had been rolled out in medical centres and regular labs nationwide, could have enabled people to know for certain whether they were infectious or not. Even if you were a very cautious person, you go, am I infectious? Oh, right, I'm going to go see my grandma or whatever because this test has revealed that I am categorically not infectious, therefore I can go and tend to a relative and their other needs. There are so many areas where this would have been useful, where it actually perfectly makes the argument. Science, the importance of testing, the importance of trust in those bodies, an opportunity to have a conversation where you go, oh no, these people are clearly not pursuing an agenda either to regulate a population or to profit. That's the basic argument, isn't it? That, oh, did the pandemic serve the ability of governments to regulate and control at a time when more democracy is clearly an option? Did it get used to help companies to profit because of various factors? In a conversation around this, and the release of this test would have meant that we would have gone, oh no, because otherwise they wouldn't have released that test. That's what we would have had to have said, but they didn't release that test. Unlike the ambiguities of epidemiological studies or models, this was a biological test. The CDC ultimately published Pinsky and his colleagues' paper about the test in January 2021, but it began use at Stanford more than 7 months earlier. Not only is it an alternative model, it was a more effective model, not based on mathematics, conjecture. It was based on, oh, well, we just see by using this test. Isn't that extraordinary that that wasn't taken advantage of? This raises serious questions for those in charge of the CDC, NIH, NIAID, for why resources were not allocated toward making the test broadly available. I've got a few hunches, and I don't think they'll be answering those questions, do you? Good luck with those, Rand Paul. Though the test was developed for use in hospitals, its utility outside of a medical setting is obvious. Regular people could have paid for the test to find out, after they got over a bout of COVID, whether they were still infectious or not, enabling them to go to work, visit relatives, and so on. Millions of kids could have tested out of isolation. More broadly, the CDC could have immediately conducted a huge study to actually answer the question health officials had only been conjecturing about. What percent of positive people without symptoms have the capability of infecting others? All upside if your objective is to protect a population, to protect an economy, to protect across a number of intersecting factors, mental health, etc. This test was a godsend. Why was this godsend test ignored? Or a science send? Enter the second groundbreaking piece to this story. Researchers at Stanford later looked at data from this test from July of 2020 through April 2022 and answered the question health authorities neglected to answer. And what they found out does not match the narrative about a common threat of people walking around without symptoms infecting others. For the majority of the pandemic, only 4% of asymptomatic SARS-CoV-2 PCR positive patients were shown to be infectious. During the Omicron wave, the percentage peaked at about 25%, so there was some variety and variation. It's all data that would have been invaluable. We can't narrativize it just to our own ends. We could have used science to create better conditions for everyone, all of us. It could have been something that we were genuinely all in together, as it was for about 15 minutes at the beginning of the pandemic, if you can remember that, before we all started thinking, wait a minute, are we being exploited again? Dr. Ralph Taylor, an infectious diseases fellow at Stanford, said, the probability of a kid in class who is not sick actually being infectious is very low. Think about it this way. Even if every single student in a school without symptoms was infected, 96% of them still weren't capable of transmitting to others. Yet, of course, most people without symptoms are not infected. Moreover, just because 4% were technically capable of infecting others, that does not mean in actuality they had a sufficient amount of replicating virus to do so. We are talking about a subgroup of a subgroup of a subgroup. How extraordinary. A subgroup of a subgroup of a subgroup. It's fractaling down into minutiae, isn't it? And yet, the most extreme measures were taken. Under what circumstances would that make sense if there is an agenda that's not related to the well-being of the population? And I'd invite you at this moment to consider, when you look across society more broadly, does it look like everything's being arranged? Quick, what do we do? What's best for everyone? Does it look like that in economics? Does it look like that in justice? Does it look like that in democracy? What's best for everyone? Or does it look like they look for opportunities to benefit an economic elite? Let me know in the chat. Outside of hospitals, the harms were arguably far more extensive. Schools, if they were open at all, operated at half capacity in order to comply with distancing rules. In many states, all children were required to mask all of the time, and students were quarantined repeatedly for long stretches of time, even though they were not infectious. All of these rules that kept healthy children home or in masks were based on the idea that we didn't know who could be infected and contagious, but we could have known. We should have known. Why didn't we know? We were made to believe that each of us was a potential unwitting one-person WMD. Did they have those WMDs? I don't remember. Who can forget those video illustrations all over social media and major news outlets of little red poison dots floating out of people's mouths and noses toward innocent individuals nearby? While medical centres and other places with particularly vulnerable people may have benefited for some time from the more stringent rules, schools, as they did in Sweden, and most of society could have simply followed the classic advice, if you're sick, stay at home, and we would have ended up in the same place. But possibly with some different results in different areas of life. Isn't this yet another piece of information that makes you query the underlying philosophy behind the pandemic? Whether it was unconscious, whether it was ineptitude, or by design, just for a moment remember the events you missed, the inconvenience you experienced, the money you lost, the relatives you missed, the funerals you didn't go to. Just for a moment, think about how your children have been affected, whether or not people took their own lives because they couldn't cope with being in isolated circumstances, whether chemotherapy, heart disease medications were lost out on, whether resources were directed incorrectly, whether or not you were made to feel that you were not doing the right thing because of particular medications. Every single measure appears to have been designed to impede freedom and maximize profit. Appears to have been designed that way. Whether it was unconscious, whether it was ineptitude, or by design, I'm not suggesting malfeasance of this scale. It's not my job to do that. I don't have access to all of the information in the world. That much of the world's most important information is kept from us. At this point, can you, with hand on heart, continue to call people conspiracy theorists because they don't accept what they are told by the media, the government, and big corporations? I don't think you can. But that's just what I think. Let me know what you think in the chat. It's much more important. Give us your opinions, please. If you can, spread this information around. Remember, you can spread this even if you don't have any symptoms of being a conspiracy theorist. If you enjoyed this video, have a look at either of these. Turn on the notification bell. The algorithm doesn't want you thinking about stuff like this. It wants you compliant and dumb. The WHO still determine what can be said on this platform. More important than any of that is that you please, if you can, stay free.
Negotiating rates can be stressful and time-consuming, especially with rising fuel prices, inflation, a volatile market, and other frustrating factors at play.
Boy, I swear this fucking YouTube pissing me off today. Yo, Boozy. I was just about to get up out of here, man. I know it's a short one this afternoon, but I said I had to go get my inspection done on the car. That shit ate up a lot of my evening. I'm gonna just go ahead and cut it short right here. And then I probably won't be on this weekend either because my uncle's birthday is next week, and I'll probably go chill with him this weekend. So, but next week I really gotta hit this painting hard, man. Gotta at least get this underpainting done. Oh yeah, the truck passed. They started laughing at me when they checked the mileage because I only drove 1,000 miles in a whole year. I think on average, like they say, the average person drives about 10,000 miles a year. Yeah, only put 1,000 miles on the truck since the last time they inspected. They was laughing at this like, damn, Travis, don't drive this truck so much, bro. Put a whole 1,000 miles on it. But I tell him, man, since I got that Lexus, boy, I be burning that Lexus up, man. Fuck that truck. I give a fuck about that truck. I use that truck to move my art. That white Lexus right there, though. Boy, that's that thing right there, boy. That my little baby. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here. If I get on the game tonight, I'm I might stream, yo. If y'all want to see me get my ass busting some fucking Call of Duty. I might get on for a little minute. Oh no, I really gotta pack some clothes for this weekend. I wasn't gonna be down here really on Saturday, so, and I'm going down right after work, so whatever I wear to work tomorrow, and then just have something to wear on Saturday, and I guess I'll bring something for Sunday. I don't know. Y'all have to have inspections. People up north would ride around without a door if they could. Yo, motherfuckers up here do not care, yo. Catalytic converters? I don't know, man. I ain't never had nobody take no parts off my car. I had motherfuckers go in my car and like rummage through my shit before, man. Took my damn blunt roaches out the ashtray and a pack of cigarettes. Hey, that's some real crackhead shit, man. You took my blunt roaches? What the hell? And my smokes. You could just ask somebody for $10, man. Alright. Let me get up out of here. Hey, I always appreciate y'all coming in the studio, keeping me company while I be in here, man. It moving a little slow, but we making some progress. So now, it's just that little part of his hand right there. And once we get that hand done, then we can just start filling in everything else real fast. Yeah, y'all got all the problems up there. Y'all got all the problems, bro. More power to you. I swear. Yo, I catch y'all next time. Peace.